Let's start the program. Japanese Trader Radio Part.045. Today is February 1, 2026, Sunday. Bifurcation craft. 1 FX, 1 surveillance, 1 price movement, 1 this week's bid price of the target currency pair. Pound dollar. The dollar weakened midweek, but recovered considerably by the weekend. 1 this week's bid price movement of all currency pairs. Dollar yen from 155.7 to 154.8. Euro yen from 184.2 to 183.4, Pound yen 212.4 to 211.8, Euro dollar 1.183 to 1.185, Pound dollar 1.364 to 1.368, Euro pound 0.867 to 0.865. 112 economic indicators. 1 this week's economic indicators. 26th Monday. 2230, the U.S. durable goods orders MOM, the actual is 5.3%. 28th Wednesday, 1235, Japan 4-year JSB auction, the actual is 3.72%. 29th Thursday, 4, the U.S. Fed interest rate decision, the actual is 3.75%. 112 next week's economic indicators. 3rd Tuesday, 0, the U.S. ISM manufacturing PMI. 5th Thursday, 0, the US ISM services PMI. 5th Thursday, 21, the UK BOE interest rate decision. 5th Thursday, 22:15, Euro ECB interest rate decision. 6th Friday, 22:30, the US non-farm payrolls. 113 this week's news and event that don't seem to factor in. Japanese general election. 114 next week's FX trading strategy and tactics. Last week's price movement was a sharp rebound following sudden drop in the dollar, although the recovery of the dollar-yen is strong considering the ups and downs caused by reports of the general election. I want to focus on the euro, which has the next lowest interest rate after the yen, and adopt a strategy of selling euros and buying dollars. In particular, this week, I expect the dollar to rise in response to strong U.S. economic indicators. 1 to order. Number 4, new order. Pound dollar, sell. The resilience of the UK economy is always pricing. The pound surges due to Japan's currency intervention, but it's overbought. First, the window gets filled. After that, the upward momentum fades and it gradually declines. New order 1.36535. Stop 1.36800. The top of double top on the 5-minute chart. Limit 1.354. The point at which the pound surged sharply due to Japan's currency intervention. The issue of the U.S. purchasing Greenland remains unresolved, and there is a possibility of further currency evasion in Europe. From a fundamental perspective, I don't think there is enough strength to aim for 1.40. Number 3, verification. Individual verification in this order. The contrarian strategy was wrong. The rise in the pound and euro was perceived as linked to the dollar-yen decline caused by foreign exchange interventions, but this understanding was incorrect. It was not buying yen, but selling dollars. The impact of selling dollars was a district towards President Trump, and under an environment that didn't diminish his desire to acquire Greenland, the dollar was expected to continue weakening. Abstraction for the manual. Aside from the fact that the fundamentals analysis of factors during the pound strength over the weekend was incorrect. Contrarian trades based on technical analysis without considering the chart's patterns should be avoided in the future. I believe that sticking to trend-following trades will increase the win rate. 2 stock 2 surveillance 211会社式法 surveillance 3941 連合 This industry pulp and paper This business and product paperboard and paper processing. In conclusion, demand for business paper has declined, but demand for distribution paper, such as cardboard, remains strong. 4013 Kinjiryo. This industry, information and communication, this business and product, workforce management software, the edges, rapid increase in the number of licenses. In conclusion, there is a lot of potential for growth, but is already reflection. The stock price. So I think buying now would mean paying too much. 212 Holding Brand Surveillance 6027 弁護士 .com from 2991 to 2902 4858 Power X from 2236 to 1886. 22 Inspection Before Buying Order 4028 Axel Space Holdings. The Takaichi administration is trying to inject funds into the space sector through proactive fiscal policies. 23 Order Buying 4028 Axel Space Holdings. The financial situation is bad, but the company's philosophy is good. I plan to buy in anticipation of the Takaichi administration's focused investment in the space sector. I think the stock price will rise due to expectations. 3 Others 31 会社式法 surveillance. My method of trading stocks is to come across stocks without prejudice. Normally, I would read through the entire 会社式法, but instead, I roll the dice and research the stocks that come up. I will also actively utilize the results of this surveillance when selecting stocks to actual purchase. Recently, a part of my early morning routine, I often skip this surveillance because I take it lightly. I should have a strong will to establish good habits and continue my daily research. 3. Consideration of revising FX trading rules. According to my current rules, I can only place my next order the day after verification. I considered whether it would be possible to change these rules so that the next order could be placed immediately after verification was complete. The trigger for this thought was that on Tuesday, when I was reviewing a losing trade from Monday this week, I realized there was a great trading opportunity. The purpose of prohibiting orders immediately after verification, the purpose of waiting 1 day before placing the next order. This is to avoid judgment bias based on the previous trade. On the other hand, since I was carefully observing the market while holding my previous position, I would say that the order I placed immediately after verification was a decision based on considerable evidence. However, there was a significant disadvantage to carrying out verification and ordering on the same day. First, it makes the work busy. Second, the focus inevitably on the next order, and verification is neglected. The reason why it is necessary to place an order on the day of the test is because the previous order was placed too early. I believe that it would be better in the long run to reflect on that experience. Therefore, this rule will remain unchanged. Thank you for listening. Bye!